Hi there guys, it's Martyn here, and welcome to a little bonus video for the week. Apologies for my voice if I but I thought, I know a lot of you have mentioned, and it has been out for a few weeks now, but Who Wants to Be a Millionaire is coming back once more in early 2019 here in the UK, which I think is fantastic. It just proved that the 20th anniversary stint in May was a big success, and that there is enough to warrant the show coming back once again. Of course, Jeremy Clarkson is going to continue being the host, and from what I can tell and what I've seen, the format of the show as it was back in May is going to remain largely unchanged. But I thought what I'd do is just make this little video, give my thoughts on the news, and also give my opinions on what I think they could do to either, not necessarily improve the show, but just, you know, change some things around, things like that. So first of all, am I happy with Jeremy Clarkson as the host? Absolutely. I always defended him ever since he got announced sort of in February. I think he was a great host. He injects the fun, the sarcasm, the wit that Chris Tarrant did. He isn't the same as Chris Tarrant, of course, and he's not to everyone's taste, but then in some cases neither was Chris. So yeah, Jeremy Clarkson as host is absolutely fine, in my opinion. But in terms of the format, so you know, we've still got 15 questions. I think that's fine, to be honest. I've given it some thought. 15 questions isn't too bad. But then there's the whole issue of setting your own threshold. Now, of course, back in the day, you'd have a threshold at £1,000 and you'd have a threshold at £32,000. You still have the £1,000 one, but now for the second one, you can choose where you set the threshold. In a sense, choose how much money you can save if you do well. And that has its positives, of course it does. You can take it at your own pace, but it also invites more risk to contestants walking away with £1,000 or, you know, a lesser amount. And if we learn one thing from the original run of Millionaire, it's that too many people were walking away with that money, but that's not necessarily the programme's fault. Of course, it depends on the person's knowledge and the questions that they get. It might not be to everyone's taste, but I think this mechanic does invite risk. It does invite that little thing of, oh, maybe I can go one step further. So at first I thought, well, maybe they should scrap the set your own milestone, but on the other hand, I think it should stay, just because if it's inviting a bit more risk, then I think that alone is worth more risk than just saying, oh, they're leaving with £1,000. But what I do want to talk about is the presentation. Oh, the money tree in that one was abysmal. I think we could all agree on that. It just looked like someone mocked it up on a very basic editing program. It needs to have a bit more pizzazz, whether that's like the original run's money tree, or even in the later years, which I didn't really like when there was 12 questions, but just something needs to be done to make it pop a bit more, make it stand out, I think. Just give it a bit more presentation. The actual layout of the show was fine. The music was good. Now, Ask the Host. Ask the Host as a lifeline, I think, is really fun. At first I was a bit on the fence of it. I don't know whether they should scrap anything out, and I'm sure in one of my older videos I said it shouldn't be there. But to be honest, giving it more thought, I do like it because it gives Jeremy a chance to shine his ability as a host. And you could say, oh, well, he doesn't know anything. Well, that's not necessarily his fault, is it? I mean, it's up to the player to ask Jeremy when, you know, when he's going to be used, so arguably it's the player's fault.
So, here's what I think. Dunno.
No, I don't know. That's why.
But either way, Ask the Host is a good lifeline, but I think you could have the addition of a fifth lifeline. You could say that's helping too much, but I think, you know, something like the Ask the Expert or something like that, you know, just something we've seen before, maybe in, say, the American version, just to give people that extra little helping hand. It doesn't mean they're all going to win to $1 million because, you know, we've tried that before, but the thing is, a fifth lifeline I don't think will deter the show all that much. And in terms of how long it's on for, I think I read it is coming back for, it said an early stint. I can't remember if it said 10 episodes. Of course, when it was on in May, it was a week's worth. And I think that is just about the perfect amount. If we want to keep seeing Millionaire on our screens consistently as we have been, it needs to be this every few months, a couple of episodes here and there. I think if you do what they did in the first run and have it on, say, every Saturday for most weeks of the year, you will run it down, you will kill it once again. Have it on every few months, couple of episodes, it pulls in good numbers, we've seen that in May. I think that's the route that they need to continue. But of course, those are just some of my thoughts. I mean, in the end of the day, I wouldn't change that much. It's not a case of improving the show, it's just maybe tweaking it. A new lifeline here, change of design there. The music's been pretty consistent, keep using the original soundtrack that was created all the way back in 1998 because it's what everyone knows. It works really well for the show. You can, if you're going to try and change it, you got to change it so it still fits the tension, the mood building of the show itself, if that makes sense. But I'm glad it's coming back in January 2019. I know you guys will be watching, I'll be watching as well. I hope it goes on and on. I mean, maybe we'll get a million winner this time. Who knows? I know Jeremy would be happy about that. But yeah, if it carries on every couple of months with a few episodes, I'm sure we will see Millionaire again in 2019, 2020 and beyond. Because it's a brilliant quiz show, it is one of a kind, that's why it did so well for so long, and I've got the belief that it will just carry on. I'm not just saying that because I'm a fanboy, you know, Millionaire polo shirt, Millionaire cap. I am a fanboy really, let's be honest. But those are some of my thoughts. Please let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on Millionaire coming back in 2019. Little things you'd want to see changed. Again, this was just a nice little bonus video, nothing too in-depth I suppose. I just wanted to let you guys know my thoughts. Please do tune in tomorrow. The new IDENT review is out on the new BBC Two IDENTs, and I think, touch wood, that we won't have a problem with any takedown issues, so please do check that out. Please like this video, comment, subscribe to the channel, share it around, and until the next one, I will see all you guys next time.